Hey YouTube, my name is Heather, and if you're new here, this is my channel, Mama in Motion. I'm on a weight loss journey to lose 100 pounds post-hysterectomy, which occurred back in October of 2021. So today I'm going to be going over my weight loss results from my weekly weigh-in. I weigh myself every Wednesday. It's officially Friday, and I am just getting to the point where I am able to record this video, so I'm going to put it out once I record it and edit it a little bit and add in the pictures that I want to share. So the things that I want to go over in this video are the weight loss results that I've had since last week, and the pictures of my progress, and then a few tips on how I lost the weight that I've lost so far, which is officially 20 pounds. So I am like super excited. I've been striving to reach the 20-pound mark. That means I'm 1/5 of the way to my goal of 100 pounds down. So I am just really thrilled to have reached this point. And I'm going to share some pictures of before and afters with you, and then we'll go into some of the ways that I was able to lose the weight and how I've maintained it so far for 5 months. So here we go. Alright, so first off, let's start with my weight loss from last week to this week. Last week I weighed in at 230.8 pounds. This week I weighed in at 226.4 pounds, which means I am down 4 pounds, 4.2 pounds from last week, and it puts me at 20 pounds down in my journey so far. So I am super excited about that. Like I said before, I'm going to go ahead and cut right here and just share some pictures up close, and after that we'll dive into some of the ways that I was able to lose the weight. So here we go. Alright, so now that you've seen the pictures and the progress that I've made so far, let's get into some of the ways that I was able to lose the weight, okay? So this is in no particular order. I just have a list here of some of the ways that I personally was able to lose the 20 pounds, even though it has been a struggle to have constant weight loss going in a linear line down. I've been maintaining my weight loss with fluctuations from water weight from week to week, but it's still going down, so I'm very excited about that. So the first thing that I did was starting to eat proper portion sizes. I started reading the serving sizes on the things that I was eating and not overindulging in everything, and I tied that together with a calorie deficit. So when I first started in June, my calorie deficit was around 1,800 calories, and so I was consuming 1,800 calories or so a day. And then that brought me down from consuming anywhere from 2,500 to over 3,000 calories a day. So I started to see some weight loss results in the beginning just by cutting back on how much I was eating. And it helped also to serve the food on smaller plates and smaller bowls because the serving size is smaller. So it helps fill up the dish, and it seems like you're getting a bigger amount, and that really does make a difference psychologically. And it definitely made a difference for me. So unless I'm having like a salad or something that's really healthy where I need a lot of veggies, I will go with a smaller plate or smaller bowl so that my serving portions seem larger to my eyes. So I've just been following proper portion sizes. I do measure things with measuring cups and measuring spoons to help me get proper portion sizes. I honestly don't weigh my food yet. I've thought about doing it, but I just eyeball things or use the measuring cups. So I know that I'm not getting like the most accurate weight on things, but it's still successful for me, and I feel good that I'm eating proper portion sizes, again, like I said before, because I'm not just getting seconds and thirds of it just because I enjoy it. I'm choosing to eat a meal and then I will go have a snack, so I'm not just overindulging in one thing that's super yummy and then jumping onto the next thing that's super yummy. I'm like doing a serving size of each thing, and I'm still getting the taste of everything. I'm just not that was not a fart, by the way. That was my chair that I'm sitting in. But I'm just not eating as much as I used to. But I don't find that I'm hungry because I'm still eating a lot of the same foods that I've always eaten. I just eat a little bit less of it, or a lot less of it, depending on what it is. And the caloric deficit, just sticking to that really helps. Eating within the caloric deficit has really made all the difference. I'm now around 1,700 calories per day that I'm eating at. And I do have a video where I calculated my calorie deficit. So if you're interested in learning a little bit about that and you don't know much about calories and how to reduce your calories, I actually go over that in this video, which I'll have go right across the top here. And I'll include a picture of what the video looks like here, and I'll actually link it down below. Just so if you want a layman's terms like view on the calorie deficit and how to calculate it, then I'm your gal, because I am not a professional or anything like that. I am just a regular person trying my best to learn what I can and do the best that I can for myself, and learning as I go. So it's just a constant learning process. I feel like if you are open and willing to learn on the weight loss journey, then you can definitely do it. The other thing that I stopped doing was I stopped drinking sodas and like those iced frappuccinos that come in the little bottle at the store. Those are just a bunch of calorie and sugar. So now I make my own coffee drinks. I really like Premier Protein, the Cake Batter Delight shakes. I get 3 servings out of each, and I just mix it in with a cup of iced coffee, some stevia granulated sugar, and then some stevia granulated sweetener, and a tablespoon or 2 of vanilla syrup, sugar-free. And so I can drink an iced coffee now for about 56 calories and like no sugar. So it's really cool because there's very, very small amounts of sugar in the protein drinks, and then everything else is just artificial sweeteners or natural sweeteners. So if you don't really care that you're taking in artificial stuff, then I definitely suggest looking into, you know, the sugar-free vanilla syrup. Torani makes a great brand, and the Premier Protein is really good. And I know it has a small amount of sugar in it, but I think it's also artificially sweetened. So yeah, I am the type of person that used to have some coffee with my creamer. Anyone else out there like that? If you are a coffee with your creamer type of person, drop a comment below and let me know that I'm not alone in that. I used to sugar it up and creamer it up, which is also full of sugar. And so it was just a huge sugary drink, right? Every morning. And I would drink like 3 cups of sugary coffee. So now I have this alternative, and instead of regular creamer, I use the protein drink. I also like almond milk creamers, but they're really hard to find in the flavors that I like at the store that we shop at. So I don't use those very often. I tend to stick with my protein drinks, which are a little bit spendy, but they are what works for me. And I get, you know, 12 servings out of a pack of 4. So it is really great. And I get that really creamy effect without the creamer, the fat from the creamer and the sugar from the creamer. So it's great, and it really works for me. Oh, we stopped eating out so often. So I used to really enjoy eating out at like Taco Bell. Taco Bell is my favorite. I'm a Californian in my heart. So if anyone's from California, shout out to the Californians. Do you love Taco Bell because you're from California? Because I've noticed that a lot of Californians love Taco Bell. So I don't know what it is, but I really enjoy Taco Bell, and I hardly ever eat it anymore because I'm like a quesadilla that I would normally get is like, I think like 800 calories, plus I get a side of dipping sauce, and I'm like, I can eat so much more food if I just make myself something at home. So that's the way I look at it, is like quantity over like desire to eat that specific thing. Like if I can get more at home making myself stuff that I know what's in it and I know what I'm making, then I will totally do that over going over, you know, like going for the craving and caving and going to Taco Bell because it has a lot of sodium. It raises my weight, my water retention goes up. Sometimes I get, you know, gastrointestinal issues from eating out now. So it's just overall not very pleasant to eat there anymore. Sometimes I will indulge and go out to eat at a fast food place. but it isn't very often. And whenever I do, I just calculate the calories into my day so that I don't go over my calories. So if I'm gonna go eat 1,200 calories at Taco Bell for dinner, then I'm gonna be eating, you know, like 500 or 600 calories before that, so that I know that I have room to not go over my calories for the day. So that really helps. So I think it's also really important to indulge in things whenever you're craving them. Personally, whenever I'm craving something that is sugary and sweet or salty and savory, I will try really hard to like substitute something healthy for it, but sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes I'll eat something healthy, like an apple with some cinnamon and sugar on it. Not sugar, but stevia sugar. So I'll like sweeten it with that over the apple, and I'll have it with some almond butter. And I'm like, man, I still really want that donut. And then so I'm like, well, what can I eat instead? So I'll eat like, I don't know, a protein bar. And so I'll eat that. And then I'm like, man, I still really want that donut. And then I eat the donut too. So I just like ate like 500 extra calories instead of just eating the donut for 160 or 200 calories, you know, and indulging in it. And I ate all of that too. So sometimes it doesn't work the way that we plan on, you know, but we have to just keep trying. That's the other thing that I wanted to talk about, is when we do screw up and we mess up and we overeat or we binge eat, or we have a day where we just totally go off track, or even a week, like, it's okay. You can pick yourself back up and keep moving on. Like, you don't have to just stay there. You don't have to say, screw it, I'm done with this. I'm washing my hands of it. I don't want anything more to do with this diet stuff. Like, I messed up, so I'm done. Like, no, don't do that to yourself. Like, it doesn't feel good to give up on yourself and on your dreams and on your goals. Like, I did that last year. I had lost 35 pounds. I gained 17 pounds in 8 days, and I said, screw it. And I felt horrible because I gave up. So it really wasn't worth it for me. The other thing that I started doing is I started exercising. I think this is more of a secondary thing to the dietary changes that I made. I did start incorporating more healthy things into my diet. I'm not very big on eating healthy things. I am not the kind of person that's like, give me any vegetable and I'll eat it. I am like, let's pick from like 5 vegetables, the one that I want for today, because I don't really like that much stuff. I'm a pretty picky eater. The dietary changes have been really important, but on the side, I've also started working out. I've done several exercise challenges where I've done some workouts. I started out by walking, and I went through a slump where I wasn't exercising for about a week, except sporadically, like a week or 2, I think, because I had pleurisy, and then I just kind of got out of the habit of exercising. So I've started walking again. I've actually started walking 2 miles a day. And it's really been beneficial to everything, and my weight has started dropping again. And I have some more energy from the walking, even though I get tired while I'm walking sometimes. And it's hard to push through that last like half mile or whatever. It's still totally worth it. Even if you can't, you know, do exercises because you don't want to push your body that hard, you can still go out and walk. You can start with even 5 minutes a day and just work, like build up every couple of days until you can start walking further, and you'll see big changes in your body, especially if you're coupling that with dietary changes, which is the best way to lose weight in my opinion. And just from everything that I've experienced myself, it has been more beneficial for me to be more mindful of what I'm eating versus exercising consistently. So even though I was exercising consistently, if I wasn't being mindful of what I was eating and I was overeating on sugary things or salty things, then my weight would go up even though I was doing the exercises. So I've learned personally that it is really important to watch what you eat, and to not be too restrictive, not be hard on yourself, and give yourself grace. Yeah, showing yourself kindness and grace whenever you mess up so that you can pick yourself back up and keep going instead of giving up. It's like the main most important thing, right? Is just keep going. Keep going. Yeah. That is that. I think that I covered everything that I wanted to cover. I'm sorry, I'm like checking my list. I feel like Santa checking it twice. Yeah. So I feel like, so yeah is my thing. Did anybody watch How I Met Your Mother? And if you did watch How I Met Your Mother, do you remember the episode where Robin kept saying but and they would drink when she would say but because I feel like so yeah would be my but so like I feel like, yeah, let's do a drinking game. You want to do a drinking game? Every time I say so yeah, you take a chug of water. I bet it will help you get your water in if you're taking a chug of water every time I say so yeah, because I tend to say it a lot. I've noticed it whenever I'm editing my videos, and I don't just want to cut it out every time because it's just part of the way that I talk. Yeah. So yeah, my voice is starting to get really crackly and dry. So I think that we're going to wrap up this video. If you found my content interesting and you'd like to follow along on my weight loss journey to lose 100 pounds, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, Mama in Motion, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!